GH5 review. Hey guys, this week's episode we're doing a review of the GH5. This camera is going to kick any Canon camera out of the waters for video. So because I was a photographer and videographer, for the longest time I was shooting the Canon 5D Mark III. And for me it worked because I was able to shoot photos and video, and this was really versatile for the wedding world and as well for travel. But over time I realized that I need to step up the game for the video world, and I, for the longest time, was thinking, what kind of camera could I use? And I finally decided to buy the GH5. After using the GH5 for a few months, I have learned to love this camera so much, and I could never imagine going back to shooting video on the Canon 5D Mark III. First of all, the image stabilizer. Say goodbye to monopods, glide cams. You can pretty much be filming handheld for most of the stuff I'm shooting. When I'm doing my travel videos, I don't want to be taking a heavy monopod around or crazy rigs to be able to get that footage. I just want to film handheld, really run and gun styles, and with the GH5, the image stabilizer is amazing. Honestly, you have to try it just to see it. It's so good, and it changes the game for me. So that's the first thing I love about the GH5, the image stabilizer. The second thing I love about the GH5 is the video resolution. Before I got the GH5, I was shooting the 5D Mark III, and I was stuck with 1080, 30 frames per second, 720, 60 frames per second, so I wasn't able to even shoot slow motion with 1080. Now with the GH5, I can do 4K 60 frames per second, I can do 4K 24 frames per second at 10-bit. And guys, this is a game changer. You can just do such high quality, epic slow motion, and as well, when you're shooting 4K at 24 frames per second, you're just getting really high quality footage that helps you when you're grading and just to get that really cinematic feel. So honestly, the video resolution of the GH5 is awesome. The third thing I love about the GH5 is the auto punch-in when you're trying to do focus. For me, it's just one step quicker because all you do is put your hand on the lens, focus, and immediately the LCD screen is punching in so you can really see exactly what you're focusing on to get that sharp footage. And for me, when you're shooting a lot of run and gun on weddings and travel films, having this auto punch-in when you're doing focus is honestly a game changer. It makes the whole filming process so much easier, so much quicker, and so much more exact. So I love that about the GH5. Thanks, Panasonic. The fourth thing I love about the GH5 is the built-in time-lapse feature. Does anyone love intervalometers? I don't think so. I hated carrying around these intervalometers, hooking them to my camera, it's freezing outside, your hands are shaking, you don't know where to put it on your tripod, and it just doesn't work very well. But with the GH5, you can do time-lapse straight in the camera, and you can immediately see what the time-lapse will look like. And it's just a great feature to use when you're doing travel videos. You want to get those epic time lapses. You don't have to have extra gear, you just need the camera. And the last thing I love about the GH5 is the long-lasting battery life and the dual slot for the SD cards. Usually when I'm doing a wedding or on a travel film, I need multiple batteries. But honestly, a lot of times now I could just use 1 to 2 batteries for the whole day. And that's amazing. And as well, when I'm filming, I don't want to be changing my SD cards the whole time. So with the GH5, you have 2 slots, so you can put 2 SD cards, and when one SD card ends, it automatically starts recording the next SD card. This is great because you're not going to miss out on a moment when you run out of space on a card, because it's just going to keep filming to the next SD card. So this is amazing about the GH5. So just to recap, the 5 things I love about GH5 is the image stabilizer, the video resolution, auto punch-in when you're doing focus, time-lapse features built into the camera, and the dual slots for SD cards and battery life.